Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nafisa Nurinapila. In this video, I would like to present about factors that affecting the success of second language acquisition. Second language acquisition, or SLA, refers to the process of learning a language other than someone's native language. It is a complex phenomenon that influenced by various internal and external factors, such as exposure, feedback, motivation, personality, the monitor use, and age. Understanding these factors is crucial as they determine the success or challenge faced by students in acquiring a second language. The first factor is exposure. Exposure refers to how often and under what condition someone interacts with the target language. There are two types of exposure. The first is natural exposure. It's when the focus of the conversation is on the content of the communication rather than on the form of language. Natural exposure occurs during everyday conversations between two people, such as when discussing today's activities or tomorrow's plan. Natural exposure to a new language helps learners to master communication skills unconsciously. However, natural exposure also has limitations, such as the lack of peers who can speak the target language natively, misunderstanding of communication, and lack of quiet time for learners to absorb the new language. The second is formal exposure, focus on conscious mastery of language rules and forms, and not the content of the language. Formal exposure occurs such as when learning a language in class or school. Learners are explicitly taught linguistic generalizations about the target language rather than in real conversation. This environment is considered less effective in producing speakers who are able to communicate naturally and effectively. The benefit of formal exposure is that speakers of a language can improve their use of a new language through some of the rules they know. The second factor is feedback. Feedback refers to the response of someone given to learner's speech or writing. Feedback comes in two forms, correction and expansion. Correction is when the teacher tells a learner that they have made an error and provides a correct version. For example, when students say, "He go to school every day," a teacher maybe give feedback with say, "You should say he goes to school every day because he requires the verb to end with es." However, sometimes students can correct their own errors without being corrected, simply by being given more time. The second is expansion, is when the teachers or parents hears a mistake made by learner and responds by repeating the learner's sentence but in a more complete or correct form, without highlighting the error itself. For example, when a child say, "Mommy eggnog," and the parents respond like, "Yes, mommy is drinking eggnog." In that situation, the parents adding the right words to form a complete sentence without directly correcting the child. Expansion can help children to develop their language skills. The third factor is motivation. Motivation affects how strong a student's desire to learn a language. There are two types of motivation. The first is integrative motivation. Integrative motivation occurs when learners have a desire to learn a second language in order to integrate and participate in the social and cultural life of the other community. Learners with integrative motivation tend to be more emotionally and personally involved in the language learning. The second is instrumental motivation. Instrumental motivation is driven by practical needs or specific goals, such as getting a job, achieving certain academic outcomes, or meeting educational requirements. Learners with instrumental motivations tend to focus more on aspects of the language that are relevant to their goals. The next factor is personality. Personality is divided into self-confident, empathy, and analytical tendencies. The first is self-confidence. People who are confident and feel safe will be more successful in learning a second language. Two measures of self-confidence are levels of anxiety and extroversion. The lower levels of anxiety and tendency to be open to new things greatly influence success second language acquisition. Students who are willing to try new experience, are open to all conversation with other people, and not afraid to making mistakes will be better able to accept and process a second language. The second is empathy. Empathy is defined as the ability to feel the feelings, ideas of others. Students with authoritarian and rigid personality do not seem to be able to learn a second language easily as flexible personality. Learning a language requires listening carefully to others and communicating ideas with others. It is important for students to have empathy because the second language acquisition process requires an effective communication process where students must respect everyone they meet. Third is analytical tendencies. Analytical personalities are very rational personalities. There are two types of personality that influence people in learning language. First, field independent. People with this personality are able to focus on small details that may be difficult to see. They are more analytical, tend to use logic, and learn consciously. For example, by learning grammar rules directly. Second, field dependent. People with this personality see things as a whole, not in the details. They tend to more empathetic and open. They are better at learning communication skills subconsciously, such as understanding meaning of how to speak without thinking too much about rules. The next factor is the monitor use. Monitor is a person's conscious ability to control and correct their errors in speaking or writing in a second language learning. A person's personality greatly influences how they use a monitor. There are three types of monitor use. First, overusers are people who depend too much on the monitor. They always try to speak correctly and often improve themselves, which makes them tend to more focus on language rules rather than communication. Second, underusers are people who barely use the monitor. They are more relaxed and not afraid of making mistakes when speaking. They prefer to rely on their natural ability to communicate and less worry about language rules. Third, optimal users are people who use the monitor in a balanced way. They improve themselves only as necessary without disturb the smooth flow of communication. They can speak well without thinking too much about language rules. The next factor is age. According to the critical period hypothesis theory, children have an advantage in learning a language, especially in terms of pronunciation and fluency, because their brains are more flexible and adaptable. Children also tend to learn language naturally through interaction without thinking too much about grammatical rules. However, adults have an advantage in understanding grammar and vocabulary more quickly, due to more mature cognitive abilities. Last is conclusion. So, success in second language learning is influenced by various main factors. Exposure determines how often students interact with the target language, both naturally and formally. Feedback, both correction and expansion, help students to correct mistakes and improve accuracy. Motivation is divided into integrative, motivation to understand cultural and community, and instrumental as motivation for practical purposes such as work. Personality, including self-confidence, empathy, and analytical tendencies, greatly influence learning, improve understanding of social context, and helps to learn a language patterns. The monitor is an external mechanism for evaluating the language use, but it must be used in a balance so as not to hinder fluency. Finally, age influences the way of learning, with children excelling at pronunciation while adults are better at understanding grammar. The combination of these factors determines the success of second language learning. That's all from my presentation. Thank you for watching this video, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.